You wake up each morning brimming with motivation, ready to tackle whatever the day throws your way. But then, out of the blue, life hits you with something that makes you pause and think, wait, what just happened? It feels like the universe is playing a prank on you, like you're suddenly the star of some hidden camera show. Here's the thing though, tough times are just like those workouts we dread but desperately need. You know, the kinds where you're halfway through a set of squats questioning if you'll make it through. But here's the truth, that struggle, that uncomfortable moment when you feel weak, is where your strength is forged. Not just in body, but in mind and spirit as well. It's during those challenging times when life seems to push back that you're leveling up. Think of it like a video game. You don't move on to the next level without taking down a few bosses along the way, right? When you stand in front of life's obstacles and it feels utterly overwhelming, that's where the real magic unfolds. Those moments when you feel overlooked, like the world has forgotten about you, are when you uncover the most about yourself. Ever texted someone and waited for hours without a reply? You find yourself staring at your phone, wondering if it even wants to engage with you. Annoying, right? But every time you feel invisible, it's just life giving you a nudge, whispering that it's time to turn your focus inward. When the world feels like it's ignoring you, it's a chance to clear out the noise. Think about trying to have a conversation at a loud party. It's a struggle to hear your thoughts. So, when life falls quiet, it's opening up the space for you to reconnect with your true self. Being overlooked doesn't mean you're unworthy. It means the right people and opportunities are still on their way to you. So, the next time you feel invisible, shift that narrative in your mind. You're not invisible. You're invincible, growing stronger and sharper with each passing day. Ever wondered why, despite putting your best self out there, it feels like you're being ignored? It's because the universe is in the process of pruning, clearing away distractions, removing those who don't belong in your story, and creating room for those who will truly support you. Have you noticed that when you start focusing on yourself, suddenly the opinions of others fade into the background? Your silence becomes your strength, and your solitude transforms into your sanctuary. It's time to stop trying to fit into spaces that aren't meant for you or waiting for validation from those who fail to recognize your worth. You are your validation. Even when your dog looks at you as if to say, "What are you doing with your life?" Just know it's all part of the journey. You are growing. Yes, even when it feels like you're shrinking. Sometimes life's curveballs are just gentle reminders of how tough you are. Often, those moments when you feel lost or unnoticed serve as your training ground. That's where the warrior within you begins to emerge. Relationships. Oh, where to start? They provide the perfect backdrop for some of life's most dramatic and unexpected plot twists. Have you ever noticed how, when things are going well, everyone seems to want to be near you? You radiate energy, and suddenly your phone is buzzing with messages and calls from all directions. It's as if everyone suddenly remembers how to contact you. Yet, when the tides turn and life gets challenging, many of these people vanish as if they've been presented with some daunting task. Have you experienced being ghosted? One moment you're mapping out trips together, and the next, they've evaporated like a magic trick. And let's not even get started on those cringeworthy breakup lines. It's not you, it's me. Right, so it is me then? Here's the twist. Those who leave when the going gets tough were never truly meant to stay. People come and go like a revolving door. Some will walk into your life, others will walk out, and a few might linger in the middle. Life has a way of refining your circle, nudging out those who don't fit while making space for those who genuinely matter. Consider this. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop seeking someone's approval or validation, they suddenly come creeping back, as if to say, "Hey, remember me?" It's a reminder that when you stop pursuing others and focus on your growth, everything that is meant for you naturally gravitates back to you. Let's discuss loneliness. We often treat it like an unwelcome visitor. But here's the twist. Loneliness can be one of the most underrated experiences out there. Picture it like being invited to an exclusive party where you're the sole guest. Many believe that solitude is synonymous with sadness. But what's even sadder is being in a crowded room and feeling utterly isolated. Have you ever attended a gathering and realized that you have nothing in common with anyone around you? Now, that's real loneliness. However, here's the beautiful part. Loneliness isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Have you ever taken yourself out on a date? Yes, seriously. Venture to a cafe, order your favorite coffee, and enjoy your own company. Initially, it might feel awkward, and you may sense that others are watching you. Trust me, they're not. They're all absorbed in their own lives. In that moment, you might discover something truly magical about being content in your presence. You're more than enough just as you are. You don't need anyone else to complete you because you're already a whole person. And here's a perk. You can indulge in dessert without having to share. Loneliness can be that unexpected guide, allowing you to hear your voice when the noise of expectations and opinions fades away. It's this voice that holds the answers you've been seeking all along. Now, let's chat about opinions. Everyone seems to have one, and for some reason, they feel the need to share it with you, even when you're not asking for it. You could be living your best life, and someone might still approach you with doubts like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" The reality is that most people's opinions often reflect their insecurities rather than their situation. They're more concerned with their lives than yours. Think of opinions like Wi-Fi signals. Some are weak, others are strong, but you don't have to connect to all of them. Let people voice their criticisms. Often, the loudest critics are the ones doing the least with their own lives. So, when negativity comes your way, just hand them some sunglasses. Your light is too bright for their shade. You don't need anyone's permission to shine. The only opinion that matters is your own. When someone tries to bring you down, just smile and say, "Thanks for the feedback, but I'm too busy building my empire." Let's be honest for a moment. Pain can hit hard, whether it's from heartbreak, disappointment, or failure. But what if I told you that your pain is a source of strength? Just like diamonds form under pressure and muscles develop through resistance, your pain is shaping you into something more powerful, resilient, and extraordinary. You're not just getting by, you're thriving. Have you noticed how pain changes your perspective? The things that once seemed vital become trivial, allowing you to zero in on what really matters. Pain strips away the excess and distractions, compelling you to rebuild yourself into a stronger version of you. Rebuilding yourself, brick by brick, transforms you into someone unbreakable. Now, let's dive into the topic of failure. Yes, that old, unwelcome guest. It's that one friend who shows up late to the party, creates chaos, yet somehow becomes the highlight of the night. It's frustrating and messy, but hey, it's also essential. You can't dodge failure, so why not embrace it and even chuckle a little? Now, let's face the reality of when life seems bitterly unfair. You've toiled away, shown patience, and still, it feels like nothing goes your way. It's like pouring every ounce of your heart into a bottomless pit, and the world remains indifferent. Trust me, you're not alone in this. We've all experienced those moments. But here's a truth worth remembering. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life, by its very nature, isn't fair. However, that doesn't mean goodness isn't within reach. You can still discover joy, purpose, and success in the chaos. Think of life as a game. Just because the rules are tough doesn't mean you can't emerge victorious. Sometimes you need to play a little longer, fight a bit harder, and push beyond what you thought was possible. Then there's pain. The real, gut-wrenching kind that leaves you staring at the ceiling in the dead of night, wondering when the storm will pass. Here's the truth. Pain isn't your adversary. It's your mentor. It teaches you more about yourself than comfort ever could. Pain reveals your strength, your resilience, and your ability to adapt and overcome. Consider everything you've endured up to now. It has built your strength and resilience, crafting you into someone capable of handling more than you ever imagined. That's where your growth lies. In those tough moments when you feel like giving up. It's in that pain where you're being shaped into the person you were always meant to become. You might not see it now, but one day you'll look back on those challenging times and recognize them as the catalysts for your greatest transformations. So when pain arises, and it will, don't shy away from it. Don't numb it. Instead, sit with it, feel it, and understand that it serves a purpose. It's refining you and shaping you into someone who is truly unbreakable. And then there's failure, that unsettling word. But remember this: failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the road to achieving it. Every remarkable achievement in history has been preceded by a series of setbacks. Think of Thomas Edison. He faced over 1,000 failures before he invented the light bulb. Did he give up? No. He didn't let those failures define him. He recognized what many overlook. Failure is merely a stepping stone, not a measure of your worth or potential. Imagine embarking on a journey where every twist and turn teaches you something invaluable. Each misstep is not just a failure, it's a lesson waiting to unfold. Every setback has a purpose, bringing you one step closer to that elusive solution. When you stumble, and you will, don't let it knock you down. Instead, let it ignite a fire within you. Sharpen your focus and strengthen your determination. Remember, you are not defined by your failures but by the wisdom gained and the resilience shown in challenging times. Now, picture a moment when you've poured your heart and soul into something, following all the guidance you've received, working harder than ever, and yet the results seem as elusive as the wind. That's the toughest part, isn't it? The days into weeks, and despite your relentless efforts, it feels like the universe has turned a blind eye. But here's the secret. Progress doesn't always announce itself with fanfare. Just because you can't see the fruits of your labor doesn't mean they aren't there. Sometimes growth is happening deep within, like a seed buried in the soil. You water it, you provide it with sunlight, yet for what feels like an eternity, there's no sign of life above ground. Yet, underneath that surface, the seed is fighting its way to become something beautiful, developing roots, gathering strength. One day, when the moment is just right, that seedling will break through, showcasing the result of all your patience and dedication. That's how life unfolds. Just because you can't see the changes doesn't mean they aren't taking place. So, keep moving forward, keep pushing through, and above all, keep believing in yourself, even during those times when nothing seems to budge. Trust that the universe is orchestrating something remarkable in the background, and when the time comes, your breakthrough will blossom. And then there are the people around you, the ones seemingly gliding smoothly through life while you navigate rough waters. It's so easy to fall into the trap of comparison, to feel like you're lagging. But remember, your path is uniquely yours. Comparing it to someone else's journey is like judging apples against oranges. You have no idea what struggles they have faced, what sacrifices they have made, or the battles they have fought. So, let go of the comparison. Measure your worth not against others' successes but against your growth. Focus on your journey, embrace it, for it is a beautiful story unfolding just for you. Trust in your journey and remember that you are right where you need to be. There will be times when it feels like you've been forgotten, or that your worth is unseen. Those feelings are reminders from the universe to turn your attention inward. In solitude, away from others' expectations, you can genuinely discover who you are and what you truly desire from life. Solitude isn't something to be afraid of. It's a gift. It offers you a chance to recharge, reflect, and grow. So, the next time you feel invisible, embrace that moment. Use it as an opportunity to invest in yourself, to build your dreams, and to evolve into the person you aspire to be. When the time is right, the right people and opportunities will come your way. As for relationships, they can be a fascinating and complex web. Whether they're friendships, romantic connections, or family ties, they reveal both our strengths and our vulnerabilities. Keep moving forward, pushing yourself, and believing in your potential, even when it seems like everything is stacked against you. One day, you'll look back on these challenging moments and realize they were crucial steps on the path to your success. Remember, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, and your best days are still ahead.